So if you've been on Li.st since the beta 6 months ago, you probably still have that beta thing on your icons. Anybody? Lot of that on Li.st, but you definitely know our next performer. This is one of the people who came on Li.st, and all of us started texting each other, who is this person? Where did she come from? And I could not wait to meet her, and I asked Nikki if we could reach out, and we did. She came to the show. I met her backstage, and I said, I have been excited to meet you for so long. And she said, yeah, you have. And that was the right answer. So if you're an OG lister, you're gonna be very excited for our next guest. Please welcome the wonderful, wonderful, and inimitable Olive. Everybody, Olive. How are you?
I'm all right.
So Olive, you're already getting the crowd on your side, just the way you entered.
I don't know why. Also, if you follow me, unfollow me right now and don't continue to follow me because I got like pictures of my butt on there and like.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll all unfollow you right now. They're like, oh, I didn't realize it was that sort of account. I just liked stuff like patron saint of weird hoes. I did not know that was an issue. So you came here. You're 21.
Something like that.
You just turned 21.
Something like that.
I didn't mean. Okay. Well, your list refers to that, which is why I mention it. So all your lists are fucking awesome. Do you want to just scroll through some of the titles, Nikki?
I'd be
things
happy
that are. So I guess you had a trip here. Things that are fucking up on the way to New York.
It's because of Mercury retrograde. Let me just say that right now.
I get asked a lot, like, what's the demographic of the, of Li.st? I'm like, Mercury and retrograde
That's
believers.
big.
Like,
That's a trending.
That is like the biggest chunk of people.
So one of
and
Nikki's
podcast
jobs
lovers.
is he arranges. When you go to Discover, there's a rotator section where we like feature a bunch of stuff each day on a theme, and sometimes we propose like, oh, you should do a Mercury retrograde. Yeah, certain
It'd
things
be
get
big.
popular.
I'm going to take a note. That's good.
You'll remember. All right, so there's a long list here, but the one that you made quite a while ago, but I felt was such a good introduction to you, was shit that's happened to me before I've turned 21 that I never put on my bucket list, and all of these, I think, all of these are things I'm excited to ask you about. So, 16 years old, made out with a cop. Explain what happened.
Okay, so there was this shooting, and it wasn't like a real serious one. No one got hurt. And
Sure, no big deal.
no, it's just like.
It came from a blaster, not a gun.
And the next week I went to the mall with all my friends, like doing hood rat shit with all my friends type shit. And I actually didn't pay for the ticket, and there was a cop there. And I was like, I got to get past him. So I started flirting with him. And it was the second hangover. And I was like, oh, you're hot. Like, what's your name? And he was like, yeah, my name is Shane and shit. So I walked past him, and I get in there, and he actually like comes into the movie theater, like where I was, like the actual seating area. And he was like talking to me. He was like, yeah, let's talk outside. And so like we start talking, and he leans in and kisses me and stuff. And he's like, okay, I gotta stop. Like I have my uniform on, I'm on duty. And I was like, I'm 16, so what's up?
How did he respond to that?
He was just gone. I don't know.
So that was not on your bucket list, make out with a cop?
No.
And at 15, puked on someone's boat.
That's not even important. Like,
I'm just going through the
everyone's
list.
thrown up on a boat before. Like,
That's true.
show of hands if
and
you've
it's-
thrown up on a boat.
And it's on no one's bucket list.
I got you, baby.
Right after that, cracked someone's head with brass/metal
Don't say it,
knuckles.
please don't say the N-word.
What's
Don't
that?
say it.
Don't say
BJ.
the N-word. I don't want that on my conscience. Don't say the N-word. Okay. All right. So.
But let the record show that I was repeatedly warned not to use the N-word.
I mean, you see what happens.
I do see the threat.
It's like customary. But no, actually, this happened recently. It was my friend's graduation party at her like Delta Sig house or Tri Delta actually house. There are
Well,
people
hold
who
on.
Actually, Tri Delta. Are y'all serious?
Do you not see where we're heading here?
Y'all need to get in control of your friends.
Yeah, keep going.
No,
All right, so keep going.
there was this guy who came there, and I think he was like someone's cousin from West Virginia, and he was having a fight with one of the girl's boyfriends, and I had just came in there, and I was like drunk and other things, and I was like I really didn't know what was going on. I was trying to figure out like where can I get something to drink. I walk in the kitchen, he turns around and he's like nigger, and I was like at first, and then whatever else happened, like I just was like ready to go. So I was
And you
like,
already
so
had the
who?
knuckles on?
No, I had to it took me a while to like fish through my wallet, so I don't know why no one like ushered
Ladies
him
with their
out.
purses, can't find the keys,
Hey,
can't find the brass knuckles.
Revenge,
Right
best
here.
served cold.
Where's my chapstick?
A guy like that probably forgot by the time it happened what he said.
Probably.
He's like, where did that? Just for drinking a Bud Light or something?
I mean, he forgot afterwards.
No, but
so.
good. I bet he did. And the one after that, been the middleman in a very bad acid dealing situation.
Okay, so actually, I was there with. Okay. The previous story, I was there with a couple friends, and one of them was my RA. And in this story, my RA was the guy who was like the big acid dealer on my campus. And I had a couple friends who were like in love, and for Valentine's Day, they wanted to trip on acid. And for some reason, even to this day, like a couple hours ago, I got a text asking if I knew anyone who had Adderall. They asked me if I knew someone who had acid, and I was like, yeah, like,
Sure.
let me just hook you up with Eddie. So I gave them the acid, and I found out until they started, because they're like, I guess, expert acid droppers. They were like, this is not acid. This is like really not the same experience. And then my RA got really defensive, and he was like, oh yeah, it's M-Bone, but whatever, like it's the same shit. Oh, if you don't know, M-Bone is basically research chemicals. So he was passing off research chemicals as acid, and I thought that my friends were going to die on Valentine's Day.
It's a modern day Romeo and Juliet, isn't it?
Richard Curtis is backstage scribbling down all these ideas.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they die on
Can I get
Valentine's Day.
paid
That's
for
pretty
that?
good.
Y'all writing that shit down, can I get paid for it?
You two should meet up, have a general. Yeah.
let's do that.
So the next one, lost a Miss Teen USA state pageant.
I'm not even mad about that. Why are y'all on?
No, I don't know why you wanted it.
Actually, the girl who won my year, like
I'm
the
sure she's
state-
doing
my-
great now.
No, she won the Miss USA. Her name's Cammie Crawford.
I'm sure
with a
she's
K.
doing great now.
She's doing great.
Oh, is she
looks
doing great?
Bomb as fuck. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Don't be shady. So
You're right. I was prejudging a career path. You're right. I was. So you lost it, but you got a makeup pouch afterwards. And they fucked up your hair and makeup. So you trust this makeup pouch?
okay.
We can skip it. There's a lot to go through.
It's not that much to decompose. I was the only person that was like black out of maybe like 12 other girls, and the other girls, like I was the youngest one, obviously I was 15, and the other girls like had their own makeup shit together, and my parents were military and really strict, so this is my first time actually dealing with makeup, so they just hired the on-set team, and they fucked me up, boo.
That sucks.
Yeah.
This next one is my favorite.
This next
No.
one,
I can't wait for this story.
I'm super interested in this.
I'm gonna
even
preface
interested in
it.
the punctuation you used here.
Well, the indentation is "fuck that guy." That's all you said, and it's fought with John Green
Okay, first of all,
Now,
I
hold
didn't
on.
put his
twice.
The asterisk in John Green, is that because you don't even want to say his name?
I don't want
Green.
anyone getting any fucking Google alerts that I put their name
You're
on there
so
if I fought
smart.
with you.
So
Like,
if
no.
people search John Green, this won't come up.
No.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Okay, so obviously, nothing leaves this room. What happened?
Twice.
I didn't
Twice.
even say anything. The first time I didn't even say anything. I just like added
John
a tag.
Green picks fights?
Because he's on fucking Tumblr all day. I don't fucking know why. And what happened was I reblogged one of my friend's posts where she was like talking about how it's kind of creepy that he like leeches off of young girls' experiences like to make his own stories. That's her opinion. I just thought it was funny and I thought like, oh, his writing is kind of boo-boo. And I put that at the bottom. And then I said something about like shoving him in a locker because it's funny. Like I'm a nerd too. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Like make fun of nerds? Like that's what you do. And then he reblogged it with this long ass post about like how I never have like done this, that, and the third. And we were like, girl, nobody said you did. Like go away.
And what was the second time?
I don't even fucking remember.
You have so many fights with John Green.
Yeah.
Who can?
Lose track.
Wow. No, that is amazing. That's on no one's bucket list. Who even thought that would happen? And I respect that you are the type of person that's who you'd go after, because like that's a person in your mind, in your world.
Actually, if we want to be honest, my first list that I made, this is like my first that you see. My first list was like people I could beat in a slapbox fight.
Okay, that's not on the app now.
No, and you were on it.
Oh.
Did you put a little asterisk on my name? Is that why I didn't see it?
No, I wanted you to know.
She tagged you.
But like playfully. Like slapbox fighting is not the same as like actual fighting.
Did John Green know that?
He's not.
Hey,
So
so
what-
there's some
we
other
gotta
things
ask-
on this list that I noticed. Someone
do
played
you
Papa
wanna-
Roach.
Do you want to talk about our slapbox issue, or is that for another? Okay. All right.
We'll handle that later.
My personal favorite had an ex play Papa Roach on my voicemail.
Yeah, tell us
my
that.
God. Okay.
I like that's like it happened to
Although
you.
look at how interesting you are. Look what we're skipping past. Stole about an ounce of weed from someone. He had too much. He won't miss it. I like that morally you need to have the justification. And then tip the delivery. See, look, you're Robin Hood here. This one had too much, and then a delivery boy, probably making minimum wage, gets a bunch of Adderall
He
from
was
you.
so cute.
Yeah.
He was fine as shit.
All right, so that's what we're skipping. That's how good this list is. And then had an ex play Papa Roach on my voicemail. Who has an ex at 14, by the way?
I have an ex at 14.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
His name was Napoleon. And he was Puerto Rican and black. And he was like really into. He also played Avenged Sevenfold's "A Little Piece of Heaven" on my phone. Like, and it's this song about necrophilia and shit. And like, my mom is recepting all of these voicemails, and she's like, "Tell whoever this little boy is on my damn phone that is playing all these demonic songs to never call my house again." And it was like "Scars" by Papa Roach.
Classic.
And I don't even think we broke up at the time. I wasn't popping with him. I like was dating his best friend's older brother, who was a senior, and he was hurt about it.
What did he listen? What did he listen to? Not Papa Roach. He was elevated taste. Is he like Simple Plan, or was he on the spectrum of early 2000s?
He actually was into Nickelback. Because our song was Photograph. Like,
Wow.
that was our thing.
Sold Yummy Earth organic lollipops as edible marijuana pops to some Puerto Rican dudes from the Bronx in Coney Island for $8 a pop.
This is the reason why I picked this. I wanted to justify that I didn't just say they were Puerto Rican, like as a guesstimation. They had Puerto Rican flags on their, like, the bandanas on their head.
I like that's
tied
what you need to
around.
specify about
Yes.
this.
No, I think I like
'cause that's
it's specific
important.
all around. I don't
I don't
think.
want people to think that I'm just out here thinking that everyone who is swarthy is Puerto Rican. Like,
No, I don't think anyone thinks you're ethnically targeting these people.
okay, I don't want to be the one that's like racist.
No, we're in a sensitive culture. I understand, but I don't think that was an implicit accusation.
Okay.
I think the specificity of this list item overall, Yummy Earth organic lollipops from the Bronx in Coney Island. But what I really love is you can see on the screen what you called this. I think you should trademark this phrase. Hustlenomics.
I actually can't. That's a Young Jock album.
Got it.
Oh,
BJ, you know that.
I knew that. Keeping up with everything, just making sure you're on your toes.
Yeah. 2000.
So the next one, you want to scroll to this. Put a married man in a leash and collar.
It was this one. This collar.
Look at this.
Everyone's bringing
Is
props.
this the most dynamic performer you've ever seen in your life?
And it was
It was this one.
Yeah, both the leash and collar were for me.
Sure.
Don't ask me about my personal life. And I
Because we
had
know
them-
you're shy.
Yeah, I'm super shy. Like,
Okay, so it was for your personal life. You had it already.
Mm-hmm.
And whose idea was it that he would be in this?
there was no idea. He was working, and I just was like,
What's up?
I mean, I could do it right now as a demonstration. I don't know if you're back with
Yeah, sure.
it. Chill.
You're running this at this point.
Are you?
This is your show now.
Do you really? Would you?
I would consent if that's what you're asking in the sensitive culture. But what?
It's not wet.
No, but what do we? You're just
Put it
gonna.
on.
And then what happened here?
I mean,
yeah.
essentially, when you put the leash on and the collar on, there's like a other whole sense of stuff that happens, but that's not the appropriate place unless you're into that. There's like a
Right.
whole section of Pornhub about that, but I'm not.
That's between me and Summer Ann Burton.
Ew.
So you put him in this. He worked at a pizza shop. Asterisk, I didn't know he was married until he said his wife would kill him. He said, "My wife will kill me." And you're
Yeah.
like, what is going on here?
And I just snatched it up. See, the
Yeah.
thing is, every time I put a collar and a leash on a man,
Every
it's
time.
they're always involved with someone else. And
It's amazing that you have this is a category of men in your life
no, it just
that you can
happens.
generalize about.
And I don't do
every
it on
fucking
purpose.
time.
I'm not just sitting there like, oh, you have a woman. Let me just show you how you can get. Like, no, I'm not. It just happens like that, and I don't mean to. I respect the sanctity of a relationship. Okay, if you have someone, I'm not that someone for you. Go to them. So if this shit happens all the time, like, what's that say about you, not me? Like,
Yeah.
When we emailed all of you, we're really excited to share this list because you wanted people to know your final edit
yeah, I'm
in
not.
the list.
Okay, all right.
Which is, go check out the list. It's
Shattered a bus shelter ad. Tried to pose for a picture with Warren Sapp while he stuck his finger in my ass crack in front of my family, which you then explain was a horrible experience. Gave $7,000 worth of Percocets to some guy I liked.
My mom
How
was
did you
going
have
through
that
surgery.
much on you?
My mom was going through surgery, and I
Oh.
just had it around.
Sorry, Mom.
She was fine. She's been in the military for like 20 plus years. She can handle a little like stomach hernia.
That old saying. You were really concerned with sharing with everyone your final edit. You don't have a bucket list. That's the part that you're like, no, I'm not someone that has a bucket list.
No, because like I feel like these are terrible things, and I don't know how bucket lists work. I feel like people put shit like skydiving and like getting mauled by a bear and surviving. And
Hey, if it gets you an Oscar,
yeah,
that would have killed in L.A.
I don't know what you're
I'll
talking
tell you
about at
though.
all. Actually,
I'll tell you my
Like, I've never seen that
spiritual
movie.
takeaway from this. My honest philosophical takeaway is that you wouldn't have a bucket list, and this is what has happened in your life is the best ad for living in the moment that I could have imagined. Because look, you have no plan, no expectation. You let life come to you. You live in the moment, and look at what an interesting life you end up having. Is that fair to say?
I guess.
That's the perfect answer for that. Ladies and gentlemen, Olive. Such a star. You saw her here first. Will you be at the meetup? Maybe. Great to see you. Thank you so much. She's at Olive. Did not disappoint. We've been talking about her all week. Did not disappoint. How about that?
You put on a collar.
I guess so.
What else can we
That-
get you to do up here?
Well, that alone wasn't anything.
She wants
Yeah.
a drink.
Yeah.
She puts you in a collar and she's got you in the palm of her hand.
Yeah. That was true before the collar.
That's true.
So we've been referring